Okay, let's see if this works. Hi, hey, hello there. Check the audio. Oh, hold on. Okay, no, that works. All right. I am Dan, first person looter, and I am here. Oh, what? I thought I paused it. Okay. And in this video, I'm going to give you my thoughts after playing the main campaign of Infamous Second Son. So, there's me checking the audio. So, I had never played an Infamous game before, and I had no idea what to expect with this. I did not realize that it was voiced by Troy Baker, so I guess he really is just he's just the gaming guy to go to for voices and acting and stuff in video games. I understand that this was like the sort of flagship PlayStation 4 game. This came out right when the PlayStation came out, so it was really trying to push what the console was capable of utilizing gaming creation software that was, I guess, maximizing what it was able to do at the time. Because we've seen now, you look at The Last of Us 2 and you see the detail in something like that is just astounding. Or you see like even Spider-Man, how much more city you can see at once, how much more of the city there is. And even though that New York is a little desolate looking compared to what it actually looks like, it's fairly desolate looking in comparison for the game. It still puts this city makes this city really look desolate. So yeah, I mean, coming to this game for the first time here in 2021 after playing The Last of Us 2 and Spider-Man, and seeing, I have not played, but seeing Miles Morales, but that's PS5, but it can be played on the PS4. And like Hitman, where there's tons of people in any room. This definitely feels dated in that respect. The graphics still look pretty darn good. This is an impressive looking open world. I mean, you know, Mafia 2 probably, and Mafia 1 and Mafia 3. I feel like those maps were probably a little bigger, but yes, Mr. Wee, but I don't recall the graphics being like lightning years better than what I'm seeing here. And Mafia 3 came out way after this game, as I understand. So it's hard for me to really like I'm sure that when the PS4 first came out, this game must have been freaking incredible to look at and to experience compared to everything that came before it. But playing it now, it leaves a little bit to be desired. It was still fairly fun. It always felt a little empty to me. It felt not just because the city looks physically empty, and maybe it would get more populated if I jumped down. This game engine just doesn't populate that many people if you're this far away. There's people here because they're right in front of me, but there's nobody on those sidewalks. Oh, now they are, now that I zoomed in. Let's jump down to the sidewalk and see. Oh, that's not a person? How long can I hover here? Oh, a long time. Oh, cool. Alright. Okay, and I cut right through that. Okay, now people show up here. Oh, now people show up here. So yeah. So they're keeping it pretty empty until you get close. But like, obviously, the city's physically bigger than this. These roads are really, really tiny. But again, I'm sure for the time, this was excellent. It's just now it's difficult to feel super blown away. The city sounds quiet, looks quiet. The sound effects were a little bit quiet for me. His voice was pretty loud at times, so I know that, you know, there was the capability of volume being loud in my headphones. It wasn't that my volume was turned too far down, and I have that complaint more often than not, I guess, that some games don't seem very loud at times. But it just seemed more quiet than my other games. The special abilities, you know, shooting like that is okay. It's fun. I guess I liked. There was some variety there, but only 4 different types of abilities, and they all basically did this same thing, just in a different way. You have your regular shooting, you have your secondary shooting, which is be it a missile or a kind of a grenade sort of thing. And then you had the way you traverse. Like if I hold circle, what happens? Okay, I do that. But being an open, you know, said there's fast travel. I don't see how you fast travel. Maybe that's just me, but I don't see any fast travel spots anywhere. District showdown, scanning, security, jammer, tracker, secret agent, hidden camera, audio log, stencil, art. Mission start, current objective. So I don't see anything about fast traveling. The one article was saying that, like, oh, there's not much to do in the game. Like, when you defeat a district, then you don't really get anything. It just opens up side missions or whatever, and I'm okay with that. There are some games that are just like too complicated, and there's just too many things to do, and the RPGs can get too crazy. So certainly, being simple is not always the worst thing for me. But this might be a little too simple, just a little bit. But maybe that was just the technical limitations at the time. The story I didn't fully connect to, and even though a lot of times I don't understand what's going on in games, I'm at least still wanting to know what's going on. But this game, I was just like, okay, yeah, alright, we have to... Here's a fairly simple plot. We have to get the concrete powers back, and okay, and there's a couple rando conduits that I partnered up with to do it. I don't really know how we got to them, and I wasn't really connected to the brother, even though we had that opening segment where we're with him specifically. Maybe that's just because the game just felt sort of empty in all of its ways. The look of the city, the sound of it, just nothing ever seemed like it was in that desperate need. It was not that dangerous of a situation. I didn't really feel the stakes too much. I did love, you know, how like so much of the environment is things that you can use as ammunition and stuff. I do like that very much. Instead of just looking for a specific box every time to grab your ammo, there's so many pieces of the environment to use. I definitely think that's cool. That might even be my favorite part of the game. I love how they have like the Sub Pop record label up there at one point. I thought some of these enemies were a little harder to defeat than they really should have been. I mean, like how many times I have to shoot one person to bring them down? Crazy. So what do I use to get concrete? I don't know. What is on the map? I see smoke on the map here. Oh, it must be a smokestack. So this is one of the few games that I got. Oh, how did I do that? I dove into it? That's cool. Instead of smoke, where you go through it quietly, I can just barrel through it. That works. Who needs grenades? I don't know what I was saying. Oh, it's made out of wood? Look at that there. Nice. Oh, how do I get concrete? That's what I was trying to figure out. Peace. That's what I think of your piece. Whoa, whoa, how did I get up here? Oh right, this is the one of these games that I got used on disc, Blu-ray. I guess these are Blu-ray discs. But instead of a Blu-ray movie, it's a Blu-ray game. I guess is that what's going on? So in terms of like, you know, I've been downloading digital versions of games. I just don't want the bulk. I don't care if I can't resell it. And I don't care about the artwork too much because I've spent so much time collecting records, CDs, books, all to physically have and to have the artwork and all that. So I totally understand wanting to have the physical copy and to have the collection and to have it on a bookshelf or wherever on display. I get that because I've done it with my records and my books and my CDs, and I still do it with my records and my movies. They're still on display. So I've gotten my fill, and I probably will buy more movies that will be put on display. So that's still going on. I just can't add to it tenfold by also buying physical games. That being said, I have bought a few physical games, including this game. Like games that I figure that that I've been wanting for a long time, like Days Gone, regardless of what you think of it. The Last of Us Part 2, regardless of what you think of it. They were games I really wanted to play, and I was just already strongly connected to them before I even bought them because I was watching all these. Like Game Informer had so many videos about Days Gone leading up to it, and I really enjoyed the first Last of Us, but something about The Last of Us 2 just looked freaking great, even though I hadn't had a full tons of experience with The Last of Us 1. I actually only played The Last of Us 1 a couple months before The Last of Us 2 came out, but I had seen the opening of Last of Us 1 played. I watched it on YouTube. I don't remember how I even heard about the game, because I didn't have a PlayStation at the time when I watched it on YouTube. But that opening segment was just so cool, and I was like, okay, I would play that game. That would be awesome. And I did play it because it's on this channel, and I liked it a lot. But Last of Us 2, just as much as there were frustrations with that too, there's frustrations with all games, so that shouldn't be. What is going on here? What? None of you have bikes? You're all just sitting on here doing that? Alright. Yeah, I still just really love those games and was happy to buy it. This game I bought used because I was just trying to be able to play games on the new PlayStation, and I went to GameStop and they had buy 2 used games, get 2 free, and I bought 2 used games that I knew or really strongly believed that I knew that I would like, and then got 2 that I thought I could, you know, experiment with, give it a try, that I didn't know too much about, but maybe I'd like it because I'd get it for free. And this is one of those games that were for free that I had heard enough about, not a lot, but I heard about. I heard a lot of people talking about the infamous series, and so I just picked this one because it was here it is. There's the box, pre-owned. You can even see it. Oh, well, you can't really see it. You can kind of see the pre-owned sticker here from GameStop. This says this was the limited edition. I don't exactly know what all that entails. If I was even... Oh, fuck. That was cool. Me too. So I don't know what you get with the special edition, if it's like extra powers or powers you get earlier or something, but yes, So there it is. So looks like I took off the some sticker there, or maybe that's what was. Maybe somebody had taken off a sticker when I sold it. So is this a game I'll keep? Because I have it on disc. I can resell it. I don't know. I might sell it. I might sell it. I have yet to feel like I would feel like I'm missing out if I sold it. I'm going to try to play everything I can with it. And I will save my save file to my external USB thumb drive like I've been doing. So that way, like if I ever thought I might want to buy it again or rent it somehow from, I don't know if Redbox does that stuff still or whatever, then I would have all of my save files there. But, yeah, and like I got this done in 9 videos, so, that, knowing how long it takes for me to do things, clearly, if it's only 9 videos, it must be easy-ish. Even with all the extra stuff that I did running around trying to figure out how to even just shoot bad guys, which other people I assume can get done in seconds, I still got it done in 9 videos, so yeah. This is very cool. This is probably one of my other favorite things about the game. Just how interesting. I've never, it's the only game I've seen that tells you to hold the controller this way, and they've discovered, a trigger can look like a, even though I guess spray paint is actually up top, but it's kind of cool. It's very cool. I like it. And also, I don't have anything personally against Troy Baker or anything. Everyone loves... How do I climb? Everyone loves his performances. Everyone loves him, especially in The Last of Us. Everyone loves Joel. I really like Joel. But there's something about just like having him in every single game. Like, why? What did I just turn around at? I'm getting kind of bored with him, I guess, which is sort of the most blunt and most harsh way of putting it. Like, I played Days Gone, not Days Gone, I played, whatchamacallit. Oh, it's hard to think. Death Stranding, there you go. Played Death Stranding. And he was a bad guy. And then I watch interviews with him, and now I know what he looks like as a real person, and it just, once that happened, this is not really his fault, it just took me out of all those other games. Just his style of being is... I don't know what, the voice of Joel would have looked like, because I know that's a character, so no matter what Joel sounds like, that's not what the actor sounds like, but just... I don't know where I'm going with that. I've just seen him in too many things, and now I hear that voice, and it's just like... I now associate it with an actor. Because he's been in so much, his voice is so familiar now. This feels like there's somebody just living in Silicon Valley that's just sitting next to wherever the game studios are, and just he's the closest. He's always just there, so everyone just uses him. I don't know. I don't know how it works. Still? Really? They're all the way down there. And I know, you see, I've said it in these videos before already, that there are Hollywood actors that you see in like every single movie, but and like it doesn't matter as long as like you're enjoying the movie, whatever. But even with movies, sometimes I'm like, oh, it's this actor. Like I don't see them as anybody else. It's only a few times does that ever like really work, and it works because of reasons I don't want to get so into, but because that just would take another hour to explain. But like maybe still going to take an hour to explain. The Truman Show, Jim Carrey. You know it's Jim Carrey. Though he was still I guess he would only really done like Ace Ventura and a couple things. So, but I think Ace Ventura at that point, once you're Ace Ventura, everybody knows you. But still, you could look at the Truman Show and sort of forget that that's who you were looking at. And with Troy Baker, it might be a little bit easier because it's just a voice, so you can do your voice and do whatever you want. Like a cartoon voice actor, you can do a bunch of different voices, and sometimes people won't realize it's the same actor. I know a lot of people didn't realize how many voices on The Simpsons were all done by the same person. There are people that don't know that Homer Simpson's voice is the same actor who voiced Krusty the Clown and all this stuff, so I think doing voice acting is a little bit easier because you're not. It's harder to be recognized. But anyway, enough about Troy Baker. I'm not trying to. He does what he does. People love him. Go for it. I don't have anything against him, as I said. Just hearing the same voice over and over again. To me, I'd want to have new characters, new voice actors doing new things. But there's plenty of games that he's not in, so I don't know. I guess it's just the accident of me happening to play all these games with him in them. Yeah, these guys taking too many shots are a little frustrating. Like, you're just a human. I know you got the suit on, but come on, man. I'm a superhero here. I'm shooting you with concrete and smoke bombs. Like, you shouldn't be able to take this many hits, I don't think. I like the concept of choosing your own path. I used to love the choose your own adventure books back in the day. So choosing your own path here in these open world games I think is very cool. I'm definitely seeing a pattern in terms of, formula, but I'm not sick of the formula like I am sick of certain people being in all the video games. Anything else? Maybe it wasn't a good idea to try to form my thoughts while playing. It's one of those games also where when I want to grab onto something I don't, and when I don't want to grab onto something I do. That seems to be every one of my games that I play, so that says more about me than it does the game, I guess. Anything else? Not that I can think of, but what does it really matter, because who even cares what I have to say? I do these videos in the hopes that some game developers somewhere will be curious what it's like to see someone play their game, and they have people playing their games already. Game testers that are in their studios playing all the levels, I know. But maybe they want to see what it's like for someone who wasn't hired by them to come around and start playing the completed project. And have How are they doing? How do they solve the puzzles and all this stuff? Am I not allowed to climb up here again, or did I just I need like neon or something? Anyway, okay, that's my thoughts on the game, and I like the music coming out of the cars. So we'll see. Most of these games I do the main mission and then that's it. There's been a few games like SnowRunner where I just kept doing all the side missions and recorded all the videos all at once. There's also a lot of games where I'll do the main quest and then I don't come back to it, doing the sides until much later. Like, you know, I just recently came back to doing Biohazard, Resident Evil Biohazard, and doing the DLCs. I need time to, you know, refresh and try something new. So I want to do the rest of it, just as the completionist part of me. Part of the reason my name is First Person Looter is because I like to get all the little things. And there's a lot of little things here. But just the mechanics of the game and stuff don't excite me as much as some other things. Some other games, like I completed the hell out of Spider-Man twice. I played it and then played New Game Plus. I don't know how you would switch to New Game Plus. It said play again. I don't know how you would play the game again. How do you play from the beginning? Just create a new save file or create a new user on your PlayStation? I don't know. I'll have to look into that. But I'm sure I'll get around to it before I sell this game if that's what I choose to do. Alright. How long did that ramble go on for? 26 minutes. Alright, I'm Dan, First Person Looter, and this is me just giving my final thoughts after the main campaign playthrough of Infamous Second Son. Not having done all the side missions yet, but planning to get there at some point. Thank you so much, and take care. Bye-bye.